Hey guys, it's Marlene. In this video, I'm going to be comparing some of the features of the Godox ML series of COB lights, so you can decide which one is best for you. I'll be using the ML150Bi, the 100Bi, and the 80Bi. Okay, let's start with the ML80Bi light. And what attracted me to this light was that it comes with a battery. Now, this allows you to go on location or even just to have less cords to trip over if you're working in a small space. And speaking of small spaces, these three lights are suitable for small space photography and video. If you're doing portraits or interviews, they are all very good for that purpose. Now, the 80Bi also comes with a zoom lens reflector, and it has a holder for holding up the light, and all the holders for the lights are identical. And the holder, it has a slot for an umbrella. They all come with lovely storage bags, which is kind of a trademark of these Godox lights, which I do love. All the lights also have a dimmable range of 0 to 100% and a CCT range of 2800 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. So they're all very similar in those specs. The only thing that really differs is the power level. Now, just so you know, I'm very comfortable using this 80Bi, and I often don't use it at even close to full power. And you've seen my videos of me talking head and stuff, and those are all shot with these ML lights. Now, at times it can be a little tricky getting this battery off, especially when it's on the light stand. But I don't often take it off unless I put it on another light, and I'll talk about that later. There is a huge range of modifiers that Godox has available for these ML lights. I like using a softbox, so I got the ML50 softbox, and that is a 50 centimeter or 18-inch softbox, and I use that the most. I have a whole video on the accessories and modifiers available for these lights, and I will link that in the video description below and at the end of this video. The simplest accessories and modifiers to use for these lights are the ML magnetic diffusion set. And if you need a bit more diffusion and you are working in a small space, perhaps you don't have room for a softbox, these are a great option. A USB charging cable is included in this kit, but it does not have a wall plug. But it's easy to charge, and if it runs out, you can just plug it into your USB power source while using it. Next up, we have the ML100Bi, and you can tell right away that it is a different shape than the ML80Bi. Now, this is the first ML light that I got, and I purchased the ML100Bi kit number 1, and that came with an adapter and a power bank holder. So that's what you're looking at here. I like having this power bank holder because it just keeps things neat, and it allows you to keep that heavy weight from dragging on your light stand. Now, you can also use this light with a battery, and you can use the BG02 battery grip, and that will also fit into the power bank holder, or you can use any USB-C power bank that you might have. And that's why this light is so versatile, so it can also be used on location, giving you a lot of flexibility. In the ML100Bi Kit 1, you get two reflectors, a 15-degree and a 36-degree reflector. And that's in contrast to the zoom reflector that you get with the ML80 and ML150Bi. And just like the ML80Bi, it works with all of the ML accessories, including a softbox. The accessories are very easy to attach, unless, of course, you're demonstrating on a video for YouTube. To remove the accessories, just push this red button, rotate the accessory to the slots, and it will come off easily. The diameter of all of the lens reflectors are the same for all of these ML series Bi lights, so you're able to attach the magnetic diffusers to all of them as well. Oh, I almost forgot, the ML80Bi kit number 1 also comes with a mini tripod, so you can place the light on a desk, or hand hold it when you're on location. Okay, let's talk about the ML150Bi. Now, this is the biggest and brightest of these three lights, and it comes with different adapters for very versatile power delivery options. Now, right out of the box, it comes with an AC adapter, so you can plug it into your wall. The kit also comes with a V-mount battery adapter plate. So you slip the cover off the back of the light and replace it with the adapter plate. And if you use V-mount batteries, if you're a video shooter, you just attach one of those into the slot. You can get the ML-BA battery as well, and you did see that on the ML80 light. Now, all you have to do is slip it off that light and put it onto the back of this light. Now, if you don't have both lights, of course, you can buy that battery separately. And I highly recommend you do that, actually, because having battery operated lights is so convenient, and I don't think I'd ever go back to using fully corded lights, even if I'm indoor and have lots of power supplies nearby. And of course, because it is USB-C compatible, you can actually use the BG02 battery grip as well for this light. If you're using the BG02 battery grip, you will only be able to get 80% power with the ML150 light. Now, the other lights allow you to go to full power, but not this one. But if you use the battery pack, the larger battery pack, the ML-BA, you can use 100% power on this light. This kit ships with the zoom reflector like you saw on the ML80Bi, and it of course fits all the other accessories that all the other ML lights use. So it's a really handy system with a lot of mix and match options. If you have Bowens mount light modifiers, you can get this adapter. It's the ML-GB, and that will allow you to attach your Bowens devices to the ML lights. And that's a very handy thing. And also, many of the larger Godox lights, like the Lightmons, also use the Bowens mount. So you will be able to use those accessories if you have this adapter. There are oodles of accessories and light modifiers that fit the ML series lights. A lot of them come with these adapter rings. So in this case, I can pop it onto this lantern softbox, and it just twists on to the lights just like the softbox and all the other accessories and the lenses. Some of these modifiers work with the AD100 Pro flash as well as other small flashes that Godox makes. So definitely check those out. There's so many choices, and I suggest you get a few options so that you have lots of creative ways to modify your lighting. Now, I realize I haven't gone over every feature of each of these lights, but I do have more in-depth reviews on the ML100Bi and the ML80Bi lights in these series, and there are similar features to all three of them. So I guess the burning question is, which one should you buy? Right out of the gate, I'm going to tell you that all of these ML series lights are excellent. I love using them. They're simple to use, they're portable, they have great accessories. This one right here is 1%. The one behind me is at 1%. There's enough power for what you need, even with the 80, even with the smallest of the three. If you want the modular interchangeable parts, then get the 80 or the 150 or both, because sometimes you do need two lights. I mean, right now I've got a light in front of me and one on each side, and I decided not to light this up because, well, you know, you can have too many lights. So if you're working, if you're doing content creation, you're a one-person operation, you're lighting up a small space like I am here, these lights are perfect. All of them will work. If you're lighting up very large spaces, conference rooms, things like that, no, don't bother. You can use them for photography or for video. They won't overpower the sun unless it's a really dark day. But for indoor use, they're perfect. And if you shoot interviews, they're perfect because you can light up a small space with a one or a two-person interview and have one or two lights, and you won't have any problem at all. So I would suggest, if you can afford it, is to get the 150 and the 80 or both. and get some accessories. Get some batteries. Get the box battery that goes on the back of the 150 or the ML80. Get one for each. I mean, the ML80 comes with that battery, but if you get the 150, grab a battery. Grab the extra battery. If you like to go on location and you like to handhold, or you have an assistant that can handhold, sure, get the battery grip. Those are awesome too. You want to have power when you're in remote places. You want to have light where there's no plug-ins. And that's why these lights are so awesome. And softbox is great too. The softbox I have is a little small. It's the 50, and they have some new 90s out now, which I think I'm going to get a square 90. And I'll test that out and tell you about that in a future video. The links to all my reviews of the other two lights are in the video description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I really appreciate you watching this video right to the end, and we'll see you in the next one.